Hello, welcome to this tutorial for the UndeadPandemic plugin. My name's Steve, ZR963. I'm going to go through the features of the plugin so that you have an idea of what you're doing when you're setting it up. So we'll start with the resources system, as essentially your food and water. The resources are more scarce because there's an 80% chance that they're infected. So we'll start with water. Just show the water. Oh, done well there. There we go. First water bucket. So if you drink this water as is, if we place it to a glass bottle, there's water. You'll see that it's suspicious water now. So to purify the water, we need to put a heat source underneath a cauldron so that we can boil the water, put the dirty water in, and there we have clean water. Nice and easy. So we'll just go over to a little pig pen. So when you kill passive mobs that give you food, there's an 80% chance, well that one gave us pork chop, that you'll get suspicious flesh instead. We're doing quite well at the minute. I think we've got it, yeah, there we go. Delicious pig flesh. I'll just briefly talk about the first bar at the top there. So the default is a boss bar, but you disable it and just use the placeholder instead. But to replenish the first bar, you need to drink any of the consumables, the main one being the water. So when you drink that, that will restore your health. That water will lose 75% of the thirst bar. I'll just show you the config then for those areas. So first, fairly simple setup. I try to keep it self-explanatory. Enable thirst. I don't need to tell you what that means. Dehydration rate. This is how quickly your thirst decreases. So this is in seconds. So every 90 seconds, your thirst bar will decrease. Your dehydration quantity is by how much the thirst bar will decrease every 90 seconds. So by default, it's 5%. And disable boss bar, again, self-explanatory, set it to true, and you won't get the boss bar, and you can just use placeholder instead. And these are your consumables. As a water bottle, as we've seen, 75%, same as potion. The only difference between the two is for potions are any potion, rather than just a water bottle. And then these numbers are how much your thirst replenishes by in percentage points. So 15% in the case of a golden carrot, 50 for beetroot soup, 75 for water. Your infected water sins are here. Again, self-explanatory. Enable true or false. Set it so the water will never be infected. Purify water. This is to use the cauldron. So if this is set to false, you can't purify water in a cauldron. So I'd recommend keeping it true, or you have it set to false, reduce the chance of having infected water. So this is chance of infected water is between 0 and 1, but it represents a percentage. So 0.8 is 80%. You could do, say, for example, 0.85, and that'd be 85%. And you can customize all the items here. So you saw that at the clean water bottle, where once we provide it in the cauldron with a heat source, a water bowl, which is vicious water, a potion type here. It looks poison for dirty water bottles, that it looks contaminated, and then your dirty water bucket. You've got custom model data as well, so if you want to have different textures for each one, you can do. And then your heat sources. This will apply to any block. It's not limited to just these 3 heat sources. So if you want to use, for example, stone, then you can pour a light source at glowstone. You can do that as well. Or you can remove them all and have no heat sources, and the cauldron will just purify the water on its own. If you want to do that, just add square brackets and remove the list. Nice and easy. Infected animals, more the same, just different options. You've got the name for your suspicious flesh with the mob variable. So just have the name of the mob in there. Your infect chance is exactly the same as infected water. And this is your list of animals. So these animals will drop rotten flesh instead of their usual food. But same again, if you want to set that to an empty, just add in square brackets there. And that's it for the resources. Nice and simple. We'll be talking about zombies in the next video.